Hi folks, I'm Ian Baker, the product specialist with Camping World, and today we're going to go over the 2018 Coleman Lantern Series 286 RK. If you're looking for a nice large rear kitchen travel trailer, this is one you definitely want to check out. You have lots of countertop prep space and storage, plus a large open living area. Speaking of that, let's start off right over here on our camp side. So you'll see you have two swivel rockers, which are awesome. This way you can sit down, read a book together. If you want to swivel them around, take a look out this big, beautiful window here to your campsite. You can do that too. And right in between, you have this nice little end table there with an electrical outlet. So if you're sitting here with a laptop or a tablet, you can plug that in, and that way you can browse the internet or whatever else you want to do without having to recharge the batteries. Right up top here, take a look, folks. Storage all the way across this entire side. Again, that's awesome. If you're looking to go out for an extended period of time, you want a lot of storage. This certainly has it up top here. LED lights, so again, that way you can read. And you would expect to have LED lights in a coach like this, which it does all the way throughout the ceiling. But you'll see there's storage right up top there. Cubby hole right here. More storage over next to that. So good storage all the way across there. Good place for some of your extras you don't really have any other place for, whether it's board games or, like I say, extra books. You want a place to put your iPad when you're done. Set it right up there, whatever. Then as we move back, we get into the kitchen itself. So you have the beautiful thermoformed countertops in here. This is a nice upgraded countertop over your standard T-mold. It does a couple things. One, it's a very clean look. It's also easy to clean, and it allows for an under-mount sink, which is, again, a much cleaner, stylish look. And plus, it doesn't, you don't have as many leak issues when you're able to undermount the sink like this. You see the larger bowl on the left, smaller one here on the right. High-rise faucet there too to make it a little bit easier to wash and rinse dishes. Double electrical outlets in here, so if you need to plug in, a toaster, a blender, whatever else it may be, you have those extra outlets to plug in those appliances. LED light right above the sink, as well as a window here, and then again, more storage, as I mentioned, all the way across the top there, as well as a large cubby hole right over here to the side. So great storage up there, plenty for your your plates, your cups, things like that. Another huge hidden storage area is right over here. If you take a look, you'll see how nice and big that is. We'll see a little bit later, there's a bunch of spots for pots and pans, but if you want to set them here, maybe some other appliances like electric griddle or crock pot, that is a great place to put them. If we take a look at some of the appliances here, you have your stainless steel microwave, the hood with the light and fan, and then your 3-burner cooktop right below that. The front one is high output there, and you have the stainless steel panel on the front. When we drop that down, that is your oven, in case you want to do some baking. And then right underneath, you have good extra storage. Take a look at that, folks. Big storage area. It's a good spot if you want to put a small trash can, or a great spot for your pots and pans. Right over underneath the sink here, you have a little bit of storage right there too. And then right here, you have a bank of 3 drawers. Take a look at that. Nice large drawers, especially these bottom two. They're even deeper than that top one. So if you have, some larger items, like I like to take an apple core with me for the kids. And, they tend to sit up a little ways in your drawer, and they don't always fit very well when you have, spatulas and spoons and everything else in there. But with a deep drawer like this, it makes some of those bigger items very manageable. Right next to that is the Norcold fridge freezer combo. We open that guy up for you. You see you have plenty of space in there. You have the drawer down below. This unit does run off both propane and electric, and also has automatic switchover. You have storage both up top here, as well as another large storage area right down below. So again, not that you have this huge one here, but you have one that's equally large, actually a tiny bit larger right over there. So, again, great spot for some of those pots and pans. And then right over to this side here, if you were thinking, well, I just don't have enough food storage, there you go, folks. Nice big pantry right along the wall. There is an electrical outlet tucked right down here. The reason I say that is because when you're in the super slide here and you're sitting at the dinette, very similar to when you're sitting in the seats over here, your rockers. Maybe you're working on a tablet. You want to be able to plug it in. That gives you the ability to do so. Very comfortable dinette though, and a couple things I like about the dinette. One of them, when I slide in here, I have a lot of room right up front here. A lot of times the seats are like right up against the dinette table, and it's hard to be able to get in here. And then same thing with the legs. You see I have plenty of leg room, so the table's not right down on top of my knees, which I've had that before as well. This does drop down into a bed though, so if you need additional sleeping space, you simply remove the poles here from both the flange and the floor, as well as the flange and the table. The table itself will then sit along these rails, take the back cushions, fill it in, and you have your additional sleeping space. Granted, it's not, the biggest one ever, so if you're a 6-foot adult, you're probably going to have to curl up a little bit. But if you're a child, that is definitely a great spot for you to sleep. And you'll see you also have storage right here, nice and easy to access with that swing open door. Windows along the slide there, which is great. Helps let in some natural light. Again, LED lights up top, as well as additional storage right up here. You have the tinted glass. When you lift that up, you can see the storage area running through there. One of the other things I will mention is this right here, folks. One of the things I love about the Coleman Lantern series, 6-foot slide heights. Again, I'm 6 foot tall. You can see, I'm just tapping the top right here. But that's great. You don't have to worry about getting up out of the couch and banging your head, or same thing, when you go to sit down here. So I like the taller slides. Right over here is your sofa. One of the things I love about this sofa is this center console. You can leave that up if you want to lay down, to watch TV, or you can drop that down. Kind of creates double seating here with the cup holders right there in the center. And these edges do remove these pillows here, or the armrests. You can take those out. That way you can actually drop this down into a bed, because it is a jackknife sofa. Big advantage of jackknives, folks, is that right there. All of that storage underneath. It's super easy to access. A great spot for a lot of your extra bedding, pillows, and things like that. Then right up here is your entertainment center. And you see they have a backer in the wall, so you know exactly where to mount the TV. Your connections are right there. You also see these. Those are connected to your multimedia center right down here, folks. That unit is a radio, CD, and DVD player. So if you want to watch a movie, pop it in. You can watch it on the TV there. That unit controls the speakers in here as well as the ones outside, and it is Bluetooth capable. And then some good storage in here as well. You see the open storage right here, perfect for your DVD collection. That way, again, if you have kids or grandkids that come, they can see what you have. Maybe pick a couple different movies out. Some storage right up top there, as well as storage right down below here. The bathroom in the 286 is nice and spacious. Right down here in the corners, your foot flush lever toilet. As you can see, plenty of leg room, great room up top here too. You're not going to feel closed in. Straight across the way is your sink top and vanity there. You see you have some storage underneath, so if you want to put like a trash can underneath there, you can do that. Electrical outlet right here. And then up top, you also have a mirrored medicine cabinet. Right over to the sides, the Neo Angle shower. And again, you saw the big slide height. Take a look at this, folks. I'm 6 foot. You see I have plenty of room here to the ceiling. Nice and easy to shower. Just bring the curtain across, hand wand right behind me there. And then over to the side, again, something else I love when manufacturers are able to do is give you a linen closet. And you have that right here. Plus, you also have a couple drawers, right? So that way you have a spot if you would need to store your toothbrush or cologne or, shaving cream, whatever else it may be. You can put it right here in this drawer. Bottom one's a little bit deeper. I'm sure my wife would steal that one from me, but, it is nice to have the couple of drawers there. And then right underneath, you see even more storage yet. So, like I say, plenty of room for bath towels, hand towels, everything you need. And then a robe hook right on the back wall here. If you take a quick look at the ceiling, you will see your vent fan to quickly help moisture escape. AC duct, as this one does have ducted AC. There's also a heat vent right down below on the floor here. So, whether if it's a cold morning and you don't want to freeze to death, turn the heat on, the bathroom will be nice and toasty. So we step into the bedroom of the 286. You'll see you have an actual slider door here rather than a curtain. That's something else that I enjoy. It just gives you an extra feeling of privacy. Right up top here is a mounting location for your TV. They put a backer in the wall so you know exactly where to mount it. And then the correlating connections are right up top there. As we're taking a look at the ceiling, one other thing I do want to mention that's really cool, you see you have a vent here, but more importantly, folks, this is wired for a second AC. So if you're going somewhere, it's going to be really hot, and you want that second AC, it's already pre-wired, you have the 50 amp all hooked up, so that way it can be installed. Queen size bed here in the center. Now it is an RV queen, so it's 60 by 74, but they do that so you have walking room here at the end of the bed. That way you can get to either side without having to crawl over the bed. On both sides, you also have a nightstand there with a drawer, and you see you have electrical outlet on both sides too. So if you sleep with a CPAP machine, you can plug it in. And then the one side here has dual USB ports too, so that way, more of a dedicated spot for your electronic devices. Right up top above that, you have mirrored wardrobe. So you see the hanging rods going across, nice spot to hang your clothes. And then the shelf going right across the top here. So whether you want to put some folded clothes up there, or knickknacks, books, whatever else, you have that shelf. Couple LED lights here too. Now that we've seen the inside, let's take a quick look at some of the outside features on the Coleman 286 RK. Starting off right up front, you have two 20-pound propane tanks here with your cover. Quite easy to get in there. Just undo these two thumb screws, lift up the door, and you are in. Right behind that are your rails for your battery. And then coming up the front here, you have kind of this almost embossed kind of hatch pattern here rather than the regular diamond plating. But it serves the same purpose. It looks a little nicer, but it basically helps protect your front end from some of the rocks and debris that get thrown up by your tow vehicle. One of the things I do love about Coleman, folks, is this right here. They have the industry-leading 3-year structural warranty. So, if you're looking for a camper with a great peace of mind, knowing that the manufacturer will stand behind their product, that's something that should make you feel pretty darn good. When we come around to the side here, you see this one does have solar prep. So if you want solar, all you have to do is buy the portable panels, plug it in right there, and then it'll essentially just put a trickle charge on your battery. Everything is already pre-wired for you. We'll open this guy up, take a look inside here. You'll see you have a nice big pass-through storage. The thing I like about the Coleman is it's the same size door on both sides here. A lot of manufacturers will put a big door on your campsite and a really tiny one on the other side to save a little bit of money. Not the case here. You have that full large pass-through storage area again. Big door on both sides, big enough to put some of your bigger chairs, grills, things like that in there. We step back a little bit further, we see the power awning on here. All I have to do is touch and hold a button to roll that out. Same thing to have it go right back in. And then you also have an LED light strip on there. So flip a switch and you have light at night. You don't have to get up there and hang up your lights unless you really want to. Underneath that are those two outside speakers I had talked about that are controlled by that multimedia center. But again, that unit is Bluetooth capable. So if you want to just sit right out here and, hang out underneath the awning without a bunch of vents blowing on you, and you want to connect to that via Bluetooth with your phone or your tablet, by all means, you can certainly do that. 3 steps to get into the 286 here. The first one is nice and low. That way, if you have bad knees, you're not gonna, hurt yourself when you're entering or exiting the RV. And then right outside here is your electrical outlet. So that way, if you need to plug anything in, whether it's crock pot, electric griddle, maybe cooking some pancakes in the morning for everyone, set up a nice little table here, plug it in, you are good to go. Your fresh water inlet is right here. So if you're going somewhere where you don't have water and you need to fill up your fresh water tank, this is where you'll do it. That one is a gravity fill. We take a look right down below here, a couple quick things. If you look at the axles, you'll see these are Easy Lube axles. Folks, that's a big deal on the maintenance side. It makes it a lot easier than constantly having to repack your bearings. There's a little grease dirt on there you can pump some grease into. Now mind you still want to know what you're doing because you do have to lift it up off the ground, spin the tire, some other things that go into it. But again, it does save you time and money. Also, you have nitrogen filled tires, which should in theory hold that tire pressure for a longer period of time. Then if we take a look in the back here, mind you, this slide's awfully close. We got them packed in here, but you will see the outside shower is on the camp side. That's a pretty big deal too. Most of the time, manufacturers have to put it on the off-door side, or if you're lucky, on the back. But I really like having it on the camp side here because it's super convenient, a lot easier to get to and use. And as you would expect, that does have both hot and cold water access. As we take a look at the back here, you'll see right up top, this one does have backup camera prep. This is a pretty big travel trailer, folks, and if you want that backup camera, it's a lot easier to have it installed, meaning it will save you money on the labor side. You also see this one has your standard 4-inch tubular steel bumper there, which gives you a nice storage place for your sewer hose. That way it's not rolling around up front with everything else that you bring camping with you. You see right over here, you have a cable inlet. And if you drop right down below here, you see one of your 2 terminations. As with most rear kitchens, this one has a gray tank just for the rear kitchen, so that's where this will dump. The one up front, there'll be a second termination in front of the slide here. That will also have another gray tank as well as a black. Also in front of the slide, you have your city water connection and your inlet for your 50-amp power cord. All right, folks, that wraps it up. Again, this is your 2018 Coleman Lantern Series 286 RK. If you're interested in this RV and you'd like price and availability, simply click on the link in the description below. Thanks again for watching. I'm Ian Baker, and let's go camping.